Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? What does Satoshi Nakamoto means in Arabic? Satoshi Nakamoto is the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin, whose true identity remains unknown despite years of speculation and investigation. Nakamoto proposed Bitcoin in a 2008 white paper as a decentralized, peer-to-peer electronic cash system operating without a central authority. The actual Bitcoin network launched in January 2009 when Nakamoto released the software and mined the first block, embedding a newspaper headline to timestamp and comment on the instability of banking systems at the time. Theories behind Nakamoto's anonymity. Many believe Nakamoto remains anonymous to avoid legal or regulatory risk. Emphasize the decentralized, anti-authoritarian philosophy of Bitcoin. Prevent Bitcoin's success or failure from being tied to one individual. Suspects include Nick Szabo, creator of BitGold, Hal Finney, early developer, Dorian Nakamoto, a case largely due to name similarity, and according to new theories, even Jack Dorsey or other cryptographers. None are definitively proven, and anonymity is seen as serving Bitcoin's ideals and practical safety for the creator. There are several well-known theories about Satoshi Nakamoto's true identity, but no definitive proof exists. Here are the main suspects and theories frequently discussed in the cryptocurrency community. Hal Finney was a respected cryptography pioneer and the first person to receive a Bitcoin transaction from Satoshi Nakamoto. He contributed to the Bitcoin project from the earliest days, filed bug reports, and improved the code. Some researchers have noted strong similarities in writing style between Finney and Nakamoto. Finney denied being Satoshi before his death in 2014, and email records suggest he may not have been the creator. Nick Szabo, a computer engineer and cryptographer, is often considered one of the most likely candidates. He created BitGold, a precursor to Bitcoin, and his writings and ideas about decentralized digital currency predate Bitcoin. Linguistic analyses have found similarities between Szabo's writings and Nakamoto's, but Szabo has repeatedly denied being Satoshi. Dorian Nakamoto, a Japanese-American engineer whose birth name matches the pseudonym, was identified by media in 2014. The primary link is his name, but Dorian has firmly denied any involvement. After heavy media attention, Satoshi's online accounts were used to deny the connection. Craig Wright, an Australian computer scientist, has publicly claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto. However, he has not provided conclusive proof, and court rulings and much of the Bitcoin community have dismissed his assertions. Here are detailed reasons why Hal Finney, Nick Szabo, Dorian Nakamoto, and Craig Wright have been suspected of being Satoshi Nakamoto, including their life backgrounds, beliefs, and any official investigations linked to them. Hal Finney. Why suspected? Hal Finney was a legendary cryptographer and one of the earliest and most active contributors to Bitcoin. He received the very first Bitcoin transaction from Satoshi Nakamoto and had direct email communications with the creator. Finney also lived only a few blocks away from Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto, leading some to speculate a connection. He pioneered technologies like reusable proof of work, foundational to Bitcoin, and was deeply involved in the cypherpunk movement. Life and thoughts. Finney was known as optimistic, forward-thinking, and passionate about cryptography, privacy, and digital money. He maintained a positive public image and contributed code and ideas long before and after Bitcoin's launch. Even as ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, progressed, he stayed active in the community. He consistently denied being Satoshi, and there are time-aligned email and transaction records that cast doubt on him being the sole creator. Investigations. No credible evidence suggests Finney was seriously investigated by law enforcement agencies like the CIA. The attention was mainly media speculation. After his passing in 2014, interest in his possible role has remained, but most experts consider it unlikely, despite his immense influence and proximity to the origins of Bitcoin. Nick Szabo. Why suspected? Szabo is most famous for creating BitGold, a proposed digital currency in the late 1990s that shares striking similarities. He coined the term smart contracts and blogged extensively on digital cash and cryptographic protocols well before Bitcoin. Linguistic analyses found notable similarities between Szabo's writing and Satoshi's, and his blog activity timelines raised suspicions. Szabo is extremely privacy-focused, much like Satoshi. Life and thoughts. Szabo has a background in computer science and law, and is recognized for visionary ideas about decentralized digital money. He has remained active as an educator and public speaker, but shies away from the limelight regarding the Satoshi subject. Investigations. No record exists of significant law enforcement investigation or subpoenas. Suspicions remain in the realm of linguistic and circumstantial studies, rather than criminal or governmental inquiry. Dorian Nakamoto. Why suspected? Dorian Prentice Satoshi Nakamoto's suspicion came almost solely from a 2014 Newsweek article identifying him because his birth name matched Satoshi Nakamoto, and he had a background in systems and computer engineering, including classified government work. CoinMarketCap+2. A misinterpreted response during an interview led journalists to believe he was admitting involvement in Bitcoin's creation. Life and thoughts. Dorian, born in Japan and living in California, worked on defense and financial technology and endured long periods of unemployment. He claimed no knowledge of Bitcoin before being contacted by Newsweek and emphasized hardship and stress from the unwanted attention. Newsweek+2. Investigations. No official agency ever investigated Dorian in connection with Bitcoin. The media attention was overwhelming, but he was cleared by both public denials from himself and a post from Satoshi Nakamoto themselves. Craig Wright. Why suspected? Craig Wright, an Australian academic, publicly claimed to be Satoshi since 2015, presenting emails, documents, and blog entries as evidence. Leaked emails and transcripts, as well as his own media appearances, contributed to his claim. Wright also referenced a cryptography paper and suggested a philosophical inspiration for the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Life and thoughts. Wright holds multiple advanced degrees and is a controversial figure. He led a contentious blockchain project, Bitcoin SV, and often engages in legal disputes and public debates. Many prominent cryptographers and key Bitcoin community members consider his evidence either forged or inconclusive, and recent court decisions have ruled against his claims. Investigations. Law enforcement in Australia investigated him in relation to unrelated tax issues, not directly to Satoshi's identity. In 2024, a British High Court judge explicitly ruled Wright was not Satoshi and referred him to UK prosecutors for alleged perjury connected to his claims. None of these individuals have been definitively proven to be Satoshi, and official investigations have mostly focused on other issues or resulted from media pressure, never leading to prosecution over Bitcoin's invention. The mystery and speculation endure. The meaning of Satoshi Nakamoto name in Arabic. Satoshi means she will snitch. Naka means he fucked her. Moto means all of you should die. Like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.